Hey guys, hope everybody is well. In this video, I'm going to be analyzing GBPUSD. So we're just going to get into it. So I'm already on the daily time frame to see what's going on. I think we can all see this trend line liquidity here. Of which the market broke below it, but then it came back inside for some reason. Let me try and clone it to see if the same thing is happening at the top. Okay. Which I'm not really concerned about, because this is again the daily time frame, so I'm just going to focus on what's happening here. And only this trend line liquidity, right? So I'm going to mark this as trend line liquidity that was taken, because as we can see, we had a breakout, which was a fake breakout. So this liquidity is already exhausted. I doubt that the market is going to come back and use it. Well, at least not now. It's not my main focus. Okay, let me mark important areas, which I normally do on the 4-hour time frame and the 1 hour. But I'm just going to do it here. So we have that zone. And then I think I am gonna draw this one. Which I do think it was retested properly, because on smaller time frames this is a proper I don't know if I should say it's a retest or, but you know, on the smaller time frames we will probably see a lot that is happening there. So I am going to consider that one as well. So yeah, I think this is it for the, let's move to the 4-hour time frame. Is this a trend? Okay, you can see trend line liquidity. Trend line liquidity taken. Let me try clone that and see if the same thing was happening. So this was a proper trend, right? So this one is hanging, which I don't think it will ever be used. So if you know my trading style, every breakout, well, let me say every pattern, right? Every trend line, not every trend line, every trend, like from wherever it starts, that would be my last TP, you know, after the breakout and everything. So what makes sense here is that since that is the breakout, the TP should be there. But I'm not necessarily sure about that, because I'm not so sure. Because I compare it against another currency, which is USD/JPY. So usually they move in opposite momentums. So I know I saw sells on USD/JPY, so it doesn't make sense for me to also see sells here. But let's see. We'll see on the small time frames. So this is what we have in the 4-hour time frame. Is this a trend as well? Let me see. Okay, that looks like proper trend line liquidity, right? But I'm not sure if I can take advantage of it. Let me clone this. If the same thing does not happen on the other side, I'm not considering it. I don't know, should I pay attention to this? I don't know, I'll just... Okay, you know what, let's leave it at that. This one does not make sense, of course, so I'm going to delete that. But I'm not going to delete this. So let's move on to the 1 hour time frame, which I use to conclude my decisions. So or should I rather use this one? Okay, I'm gonna use that one. And then I think, let me just follow up on this. Okay, so we have a rising wedge situation going on. Okay. And then next I'm gonna draw my important zones that I should pay attention to, which will be that one and this. Okay, I see prices playing around this zone. And then I see this as well. This is where price reversed. So it used this high. Okay. So change of character here. And then a break of structure there. So clearly we are having a sell momentum here. I do want to take sales, but I don't know where. So this will be my first take profits. Right? So this is, I'm gonna have to move on to the small time frames. Are there any zones that I need to pay attention to? Well, I think this, because we have a touch there, we have a touch there, a touch and a touch there. Right, so I do see sales, but I don't know where, so I think we can move on to the small time frames to get proper entry. There aren't no fair value gaps. There's only one here. FVG. Let's see if it's there on the 15 minutes. If it's not there, I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use this. Here. Where am I going to get an entry here? I might use this, but I highly doubt that this market is going to do this, but I might just have to resort to this option because there really isn't any other liquidity area that I can use that I'm sure that the market is going to take advantage of. There's no fair value gaps, there's no auto blocks. There's only one which is up there, which I doubt the market is going to come back to retest this zone. So wait, let me see something. If it breaks, okay, now this is how I'm going to trade this. This is how I usually trade markets like this. If it breaks this, I immediately take the sell, right? And then if it doesn't, if it goes up, I know it's not going to use this FVG because this fair value gap does not appear on the 30 minutes. It does not appear on the 1 hour. Does it appear on the 5 minutes? You see, it's shrinked. So it doesn't appear on most of the time frames, so I don't take it serious. But as soon as the market breaks this, now this is gonna be my point of interest. As soon as the market breaks below this, I'm just gonna take the sells immediately, and then I'm gonna take profits there, which I think will take a small amount of time because these are very small pips. But yeah, man, I really can't find an entry. And this is very tricky because usually when you can't like see a clear entry, could because I missed the initial move, right? And the market might play around for some time up until we get a proper clear entry. But this is what I have to do, I'm afraid. Just gonna have to wait for that break of structure, and then this is how I trade such markets. Or if it pushes up, I'm gonna have to wait for it to come here. If it does not, it reverses anyway there, it's fine. I lost the entry, I'm not gonna force it. These are my two options. If it breaks that low, I take the sells immediately because I know once it breaks, it's gonna rush to come here because the pips are very tiny and like it's so close to this liquidity area, so it might just as well rush to it or that. So those are my two options because I really do not see any buys in this market, to be honest. But yeah, that'll be it for GBPUSD. If you guys see something, please just do comment because I genuinely do not see any entry, like a proper entry. But yeah, this is it for GBPUSD. Yep.